we could create NATO to face down the Soviet Union. We can join in a new and global partnership.
At a time designated by the Speaker on the legislative day of March 13, 2008, the House resolved itself into secret session as though pursuant to Clause 8 of Rule 17. Secondly, debate in such secret session proceed without intervening motion for 1 hour, equally divided and controlled by the Majority Leader and the Minority Whip.
I will not attend that meeting. I will withdraw my objections, but I want to have my friends here know that we ought to be proceeding with the utmost caution in going into this direction.
There's no more money. Okay. You know, we can't borrow it anymore from the rest of the world because how can we pay it?
I am not going to be attending such a session. I believe that it violates the spirit of this House, but I will withdraw my objection since my good friend feels that this is the path that he has to go.
Thank you. Madam,
is there further objection?
Reserving the right to object.
So here's what was revealed. Number one, the imminent, and I don't say possible here, I say the imminent collapse of the United States economy to occur sometime in late 2008. The fact is that, according to this meeting, the imminent collapse of the United States economy to occur sometime in late 2008. All the more reason why Ron Paul should be getting the nomination for the election, because it doesn't make any difference whether it's Obama or McCain. This is what's going to face them. But that being said, okay, the next one is the imminent collapse of the United States government finances sometime around mid-2009. Everything is going to waste. Everything is going to hell in a handbasket because of this occupation, this insane occupation.
Now we can see a new world coming into view.
Next one, number 3. The possibility of civil war inside the United States as a result of the collapse. Now, what are they talking about here? They're talking about rioting. What is the average ignorant American doing when they look at this? Do they have a clue what's going on here? Now remember, folks, they are telling this to our congressional members, and there was a very few of them, who were shocked, horrified, furious, and concerned enough, which means they had conscience enough to leak this story. But listen to number 4, because this is what really, really disturbs me, folks. And as my listening audience knows, you know this has already happened to me, to my family, because my family no longer lives in this country. I'm talking about my wife of 4 years that I married back in 2004, who we have had to extricate from this country. But here's one that's very, very serious. Number 4, the advance, and I emphasize advance, roundups of insurgent U.S. citizens that are likely to move against the government. Now, what does that mean? Likely to move against the government. How do they define move? Are they talking about taking up arms? I wonder. And then, of course, number 5, it goes on to say the detention of those rounded up at the Rex 84 camps constructed throughout the United States. That's number 5. Number 6, the possibility of public retaliation against members of Congress for the collapses. Let's see, that was number 6, I believe. Okay. The location. Now they are telling our Congress critters about the location of safe facilities for members of Congress and their families to reside during this massive civil unrest. So they're giving them a place to go. They're telling them that there's going to be the possibility of public retaliation against members of Congress for the collapses, and they're giving them the location of safe facilities for members of Congress and their families to reside during this massive civil unrest. And of course, then they go on to tell them the necessary and unavoidable merger of the United States with Canada and Mexico, establishing the North American Union.
Sons of Scotland, I am William Wallace.
William Wallace is 7 feet tall.
Yes, I've heard. He kills men by the hundred. And if he were here,
He'd consume the English with fireballs from his eyes and bolts of lightning from his arse. I am William Wallace, and I see a whole army of my countrymen here in defiance of tyranny. You've come to fight as free men, and free men you are. What will you do without freedom? Will you fight? Fight against that? No! We will run, and we will live. Aye. Fight and you may die. Run, and you'll live. At least a while. And dying in your beds many years from now, would you be willing to trade all the days from this day to that for one chance, just one chance, to come back here and tell our enemies that they may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom?
Democratic running mate Joe Biden warned donors at a fundraiser in Seattle Sunday night to, quote, gird your loins if Obama is elected.